Right, how's it going, guys? Today we're back on the Oldsmobile. Yeah, last time I drove it, first time with the new motor, developed issues. Not only with the motor, which probably end up going back to the reconditioners again, but with the transmission as well. Lost third gear. When you put your foot down, it would just, sort of slip out of it. It's not actually slipping, it would just lose it altogether. So we're going to replace modulator, vacuum modulator, governor, whatever you want to call it. One of these things here. Alright, quite simple. Vacuum hose goes on the end. That goes into the trans. Quite simple. Just one bolt holds it in, little bracket. Pull the hose off, pull it out, put it in. Hopefully it fixes it. Grab some tools, I'll see you under there. Hello, back. Alright, we are now under the car, and I don't know whether you're going to be able to see much because I haven't actually got anything to hold the camera up. So there is a pair of vice grips holding the camera. Good old vice grips. Come in handy, don't they? I'll slip down there. Alright, there it is, right there. Your vacuum hose on there. And just one bolt at the top. I'll try and get you in there so you can see. I don't even know what you're looking at, but never mind. Alright, so there it is. One bolt somewhere, right there. It's really loose. I presume all you're looking at is my hand at the moment. Pretty easy to do these things, and I'm hoping this is the problem. If not, there's something else we can try before we get all pissed off and pull the trans out, which hopefully I won't have to do. Alright, and there it is, out. That was actually leaking really bad too, so it's a good sign that it's pretty much poked. And I'll drop the bracket in there. I'll find that, push that out. And there it is. Right, grab the new one. Alright, and slide this back in. Find the hole now. There it is. Try to keep my arm on the right angle because this cross member's in the way. There we go. Just like that. We need the bracket up there and the bolt. Push it in, sort of springs back out. I can't get both arms up there. Nice. And that's in the bucket again. Alright, I'm going to have to get all this out of the way, including you. And I'll chuck that bracket on because I need both arms under there. So, I'll get you out of the way and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, back again. Finally got it done. Just a bit awkward, oh, I'll get you under there. Just a bit awkward with just the way the cross members set up on this one. Even normal cross members. This one actually comes off of here, comes back and across. We have to make this one up and put the small block in. Even with a normal cross member on, that modulator thing is like right there. And there's your chains mounting there, so they're mostly in the way. But anyway, in there, can you see it? I don't know what you can see. In there anyway, somewhere, right there. It's a new modulator, new hose on it, and hopefully, yeah, that will stop one of the leaks. So it was obviously pouring out, and that's where it's coming from. One of them anyway. There's another one further up the front, that's from the shift linkage. So yeah, anyway, that's that done. Here's the old one here. You can see it's quite wet around there. So it's definitely been pouring fluid out, which is a good sign that they're pretty much poked. You can see how long it's like rock too. So none of that will be helping. New ones are cheap as. I said they're fairly easy to do. They're adjustable as well, just in the little hole there. Take the vacuum line off and you won't be able to see it. But there's a tiny little screw in there for a little flat blade screwdriver. You get in there and you can adjust it to sort of pretty much suit how you want it. As far as your shifts go, you can firm them up, have quite nice hard shifts or smooth shifts, and change sort of whereabouts it shifts. So hopefully that fixes the problem. I have had one years ago that did the same thing, and that was the issue, so I'll give that a go first. If not, there's something else we can try on the other side of the trans that also gives the same problem. So yeah, who knows, hopefully this fixes it. I'll take it for a drive shortly, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh, back again. Just took the Oldsmobile up the road, see if we'd fix the problem. Great news, still fucked. Fucking cars. Anyway, so that didn't fix the problem, but it did change the problem, strangely enough. Before we had first, second, and it used to go into third occasionally, depending on the revs. But if you put your foot down, it would sort of go into neutral. It wasn't actually slipping, it was just losing that gear. And yeah, I was hoping that that would have fixed the problem, replacing that modulator. But it hasn't fixed the problem, it's created a whole new one. We now have no second. We have first, and first only. So there is another thing I can try. It's on the other side of the trans. Can't remember what it's called right now. It's in a cap looking thing. Pull the cap off, slide it out. There's a valve in there from memory, and I've got a funny feeling there's like a gear in there as well, not the speedo gear. There's another gear in there, and that can help with shifting and whatnot. I'll think of what it's called later on. But anyway, I'll get it jacked back up on the other side this time and roll back under there, and we'll pull that out and give that a go. I haven't got any parts to fix it if it is a problem, but at least I'll pull it out, have a look, see if the valve's working as it should, and have a look at the gear. Sometimes it's just like a plastic gear, like a speedo gear, and it can sort of wear out over time. It can break teeth off, it can wear the teeth off, it can wear on funny angles and give you problems. So we'll pull all that out and have a look and see if anything's obvious, and then I'll get some parts ordered, which will be a couple of weeks away from Rock Auto in America, because New Zealand is useless. We don't have bugger all over here. But anyway, beside the point, we'll get under there and check that out, eh? See you soon. Hey everyone, back again, back on the Oldsmobile. It's another day, another problem. Just carrying on from yesterday. Transmission problem. Went from having no third to I replaced the vacuum modulator, wherever it is. This thing here, replace this with a new one, hoping it would solve the problem. Created a whole new problem. Well, or changed the problem anyway. I don't think it fixed the initial problem, but just maybe made it worse. But like I said, there's one more thing we can try. It was on the left hand side of the transmission. It's called your governor. No. Yes, governor. Sort of sits in and behind a cap. I'll show you. Grab the torch and get you under there. I've already pulled it out. Covered myself in transmission fluid. Alright, so under here you can see right up there next to your speedo, just sits in there, and it has where is it? This is the cover for it, and it's gone. I think just a little dome cover, just presses in. Some of them have a clip holding it firmly in there, but this one didn't for some reason. But yeah, that's it. And your governor sits in there. Alright, see if I can get you right in there, and anything's in the way. Alright, but you can sort of see where it comes from in there. Yeah, and come back over to the bench. Oh wow. And here it is here. It is the governor. Alright. There's a gear on the end, and that is the problem. They are just a plastic gear like your speedo gear. See there? It's just like teeth, like on your speedo drive. Alright, and half of it is completely gone. Alright, so that is the problem. Control your shifting in that. It's got these little weights here. They hard to do. See that? The weights on the side there. And these move in like that. There's a valve. It runs in this slit in here, in there. When you move, I don't know if you can see, you move these weights out, that valve goes up and down. Alright, you can see there's another gap down here, down the bottom one. Alright, So that controls all your shifting and everything else. So what happened, I don't know actually what happened, but that is stripped the gear. Half of it's obviously still in the trans, and when I pulled this out, you could move the weights, but the valve wasn't actually moving up and down. It was jammed as well. So between those two problems, we had no show head and gears. Alright, I just mucked around and cleaned it out a bit, and now the valve's working, but I need a gear. So that is that. So that's the problem. So now I'll have to order some parts and wait a week and a half, 2 weeks for them to turn up and put it back in. But while it's out of action, I'll get under there, pull the trans pan off and drop the filter, and I've got to try and find the rest of that gear. I don't know where it would have gone, whether it drops out a hole and ends up in the pan, or whether it's still in there somewhere. But yeah, pull it apart, have a look, see if I can find the rest of that, and see what other mess is in the pan. So I'll get that off and then show you. You don't want to see me struggling under the car, getting covered in transmission fluid. So I'll pull that off and come back. See you soon. Alright, back again. Just pulled the pan off, and yeah, it's over here. There's a lot of clutch materials in there. What? It's not really excessive. I'm not too worried about that. I've seen worse. And like I said, this trans actually shifted really well. No slipping, nothing until this problem. The worrying thing is, I don't know where the rest of that gear is. This one here. She's still missing. I did find a couple of little pieces here. One there, one there. They were just sitting in the pan. But there's a lot of shit in there as well on the filter. You can see a lot of crap just sitting on the top of the filter. It's quite grainy, so it might have been some more gears or just that's weird, rusty on me too. Okay. But yeah, did not really find much in the way of gear in there. So I'm going to have to look a bit further and try and find some more. I don't know where it would have gone. I'll just pull that valve body off, and yeah, tail shaft maybe. I don't know what's behind the tail shaft. Bloody trannies. Trouble. So yeah, anyway, I'll order some parts. I don't know where I'll get one of them from, but I'll find out. Find out where that clip goes, because that fell out as well. So you might have more problems in there, who knows. I do have somewhere TH350, FMX, C4. I do have a filter somewhere. Here we go. Nothing. Yep. There's a new filter for Turbo 350 and gasket sitting there. So I'll put that on. And while I'm in there, I will replace a kickdown cable, because the one that's on there is a bit shit. So I'll do that. A couple of seals here. That one, and that one. Don't actually know where they all go now. Can't remember, it's been so long since I ordered them all. But one is for the shift linkage, comes out the side of the trans for your shifter. That's pouring out, so one will be that. One's for the speedo drive, because that's leaking as well. And that might actually, the other one might be for the dipstick tube. So we'll do all that. Put a new filter in it, new gasket on the pan, clean it all out. Have to get in there and go fishing and try and find the rest of that gear. We'll do those seals. Get a new gear for the end of that governor, and put it all back together. Nice new fluid in there, and we'll give it a go. I'm pretty 100% that it's going to fix the problem, as long as I can find the rest of that gear. So yeah, I think we'll call it a video for now, until some parts turn up, and then we'll get stuck in and get it all done. But in the meantime, I've got one hell of a mess to clean up, because of course everything misses the drain tin and it's not quite big enough. There's a speedo drive there, that's a seal there that needs to be replaced. All the fluid that came out was actually really clean, surprisingly. Everything else looks good. I have had a problem with this valve over here. This one here. It's quite common for this little clip. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know where I'm pointing, but this little clip, like an S clip, hooks onto this linkage over here, and there's a valve there that it pushes in and out. I did have a problem a while ago when I first got this thing running. This little S-clip fell off, and so this valve wasn't working, and it had no gears. It was actually stuck sort of in between gears, but because there's a nut up here that holds this linkage on, that actually come really loose, so this arm was sliding in and out like that, and yeah, which caused the clip to come out of the little hole in the valve there. So yeah, it's another thing to keep an eye on. Yeah, it felt like it was stuck in gears. It was in reverse, but it was trying to go forward as well. So yeah, trainees are trouble. Stay away from them. So I might have to drop this and just have a look, and see if I can find the rest of that gear. I don't actually know where it would go. I'll drop that. It's not that hard. It's quite scary inside of these things. I don't actually know what half of it does, but yeah, I suppose the best way to learn is get in there and do it, eh? Otherwise you'll never know. A lot of things on cars, they seem quite scary and that until you get in there and you start working out how they work and what bit goes where. So yeah, doesn't seem so bad after that. But yeah, I think we'll call it quits on this video, and I'll wait for some parts to turn up, which will be a couple of weeks I suppose. And then yeah, we'll get back under there, put all the new parts in, clean everything up, and try and find that bit of gear. So until next time, enjoy yourselves, keep safe, and yeah, if you're still watching, like, subscribe, it'll be awesome. Have a good one, eh? So, still there? Hello? Still there? If anyone knows, if anyone's had this problem before and knows where that gear might be before I start pulling the trans part, chuck it in the comments, eh? Let me know, please. Yeah, bit of help would be good. I don't actually know where it would end up. So yeah, if you know, if you've had this problem, chuck it in the comments, please. Thank you. So.